Hello, welcome to this edition of Melissa's Realty Reality, where I take my 15 plus years of real estate experience and answer questions and concerns and basic enigmas of the real estate market that I have learned throughout the years. So today we are going to talk about the top 3 seller mistakes that I have found throughout my experience and based on questions that I get from people that have sold or are thinking about selling or selling on their own and things to that effect. The first mistake I'm going to talk about is emotional attachment. This is your home. Of course you are emotionally attached to it, but at the moment you decide to sell, you need to try to step back from that emotional attachment. It's very important, if you decide to list with a realtor, the emotional attachment comes into feedback. Your realtor should be getting feedback from you from the showing so that we know now what the public perception is and the possible buyer perception is of your house. And sometimes it can be personal if they don't like the decor or they think that there's a pet odor or something like that. Remember to set your emotions aside that you have listed your house to sell it, so that feedback is very important. If you are selling by owner, you need to take the emotional attachment out of it when you are thinking about what to sell. This is your home, but you need to be very pragmatic and methodical whenever you decide what kind of price point to put it in and your marketing and such to that effect. Which segues into our second seller mistake. So our second seller mistake is testing the market or pricing too high. Most markets, even if they're a healthy market, you have competition out there. Unless you are in an extreme seller's market, which if you watched my difference between buyer's market or seller's market, explained that to a point. But most markets, unless you're in a very, very extreme seller's market, testing the market is a bad idea. Think about when you go to the grocery store. If you are at the grocery store and you see a product for $12.99 and you really kind of are hesitating on buying it, if it was listed at $9.99, you might not hesitate as fast. So when you're talking with your real estate professional and you're talking about pricing, that mental thought process as far as what I pay if I would pay $9.99 for it, but I don't know if I would pay $12.99 for it, you want to make sure you're in that $9.99 price range. So pricing is extremely important. Your first 2 weeks on the market are your busiest, and if you're priced wrong, you're going to miss a whole plethora of potential buyers. Finally, seller mistake number 3, not interviewing more than one agent. You had an agent that was referred to you, and that's fantastic. You had an agent that sold your brother-in-law's house, and she did a fantastic job, and that is great. So you're going to interview that person. But this is a very personal transaction. You want to make sure that you have a very good rapport with your agent. When you're interviewing an agent, think of many, many different aspects, not just the commission that they charge, not just the price that they recommend, but their work ethic, their advertising, their marketing, their personality. Are you going to be able to go with them with your concerns and be able to have an open conversation? It can make the difference between a smooth fairway here at Lakeview's golf course on the 18th fairway of a smooth transaction as to a rough transaction. When you come up to a golf hole, is that what it's called in golfing? I'm not a golfer, obviously, a golf hole. When you come up to a golf hole, each hole is going to have a different approach. Each agent is going to have a different approach, and you want to make sure that your agent's approach is the one for you. Questions, comments, if you would like to talk about the process, please don't hesitate to reach out. My cell number, area code 240-727-5830. You can reach me on all of my social media platforms or by email, melissaberube@howardhanna.com. Thanks so much.